Hi everyone, this is going to be a video about the kind of like my planner or binder that I use to keep records. I started to put together my my son's kindergarten one for next year. So like what I'm using for the front is just some kind of goals that I want to cover with him throughout the year. Some of these are already stuff that he's doing in pre-K, so what I'm going to be doing is just highlighting the things that he already knows how to do. The other ones I will leave there, and as he learns them, I'll just highlight them out. And then I'll just open this up. So over here I have a list. I still got to make a Word document for that, and it's to cover character studies, and I'm going to be using actual books to do that. Then I also have like a student assignment checklist, and with him I need to use something like this, and I'll just be writing like the subject that he's going to be covering that day, and then he'll just get like a little sticker star. When he gets to the end, I will check all his work, and then I will give him a token for the treasure box. Another thing that I'll be doing, I had a list of Dolch words, I had a list of Dolch words that I used to use for my older son, and I've kept them until my little one started kindergarten. So what I'm going to be doing is actually putting these into flashcards that I can show you later, and we're just going to be covering these in his school. Over here I just used a regular piece of paper, and I'm just writing down as I'm going through the paperwork and things like that, things that I'll need for him. I have the year at a glance. We'll begin school. I haven't made up my mind if in August or September. So when we start school, I pretty much just use this page to highlight the days that he's in school, and then at the end of the month I pretty much just add it up so that I can just have a total going and know how many more days we have left. Then I have the homeschool attendance sheet. So every day I'll just check mark the days that he's in school, if he's on holidays or things like that. I added D for doctor note excuse because I am entitled to have some doctor's notes. So if we go to the doctor's office and come back too late, he won't do school, and I'll just keep the doctor's note and add it to his records. Then we're going to be doing an assessment with him, and I'll be doing it in September, November, February, and May. So these are the worksheets that I'll use. Like in the beginning of the school year, I'm going to have him draw a picture of himself. And I do that because I love to see the different ways that they draw themselves. And then at the end of the school year, he'll also have one. I might add some in between. Probably as I do the assessments, I'll just add them in there. This one is just, you know, what he writes with. If he has a correct pencil grip, which I work hard in pre-K with them to be able to hold their pencil correctly. So that's a really good thing to do with the kids. Dressing himself, he can already dress himself. And then here he will just be practicing again to write his name. Here there's a dictation. It's got sample sentences that you can use, and you just dictate a sentence, and he'll write the sentence down. This is for naming letters and letter sounds, and my son knows all of these already, so I just put it on here, and I'll do it at the beginning of the year just to have it for records. There's sight words again, number words that are down here. It's got color words and just regular words over here, and then it has some nonsense words, which I don't know if I'll do. I don't really believe in putting nonsense words for an assessment. And then it's got identifying numbers to 31, and my son's already passed that, but I have these here to test him in the beginning of the year, just to have it for his records, because that's what the state wants. And then this one I'm going to use for him to see what numbers he can count to, and wherever he stops I will write the numbers down on the month. Counting by tens. I also have to add counting by fives, and I might add a few other ones in there as I teach them. The days of the week, saying them all by himself, and saying the months of the year by himself. This is identifying coins, and we're working with that now. So he has to identify the coin by me telling him to look for that coin and then tell me the value. Extending patterns. So this is by doing patterns, I'll just tell him the pattern to make, and he'll make it, which he does as well. sorting objects and classifying objects, rhyming words, making his own rhyming words down here, naming parts of a book, so we'll be working with that in kindergarten, identifying colors, and he can do that already. And then this page is just for my notes, depending on what he did and things like that during the months that I do his assessments. My next section is for my curriculum. So I have this page and his name's up at the top, grade level, the year, and then these are all the subjects that I will be covering with him. So he'll have math, reading, writing, social studies, science, he'll have Spanish, he'll have regular language arts, art, PE, phonics, logic, Bible, health, character studies, and spelling. And then on the curriculum, it shows all the stuff that I will be using for his curriculum. And I will be doing a different video on that, on what I have so far for him. And then I'm just writing my notes of what I need to buy for each class on here. And then I wrote, for me to know at least what days of the week, etc. he'll be studying each. And then down here on the margin part right here, I just wrote which ones are electives. Then I have a sheet for his field trips. And then I like this sheet because I just write in the year and just put it on there. And for field trips, I have to get an envelope to actually put in here where I'll put ticket stubs or pamphlets, whatever it is that we get from the field trips, I'll add in there. This page is going to be used for library books. So I will give him just one little strip, and during the week, like on Monday, and then he'll start writing if he reads a book and he wants to read another one from the same author, etc., like that. So we'll write them right there. That's for him to choose. And then I'll keep these as kind of like a reading log. And then, of course, I gotta make more copies because I only made one just to know what to put in there. For kindergarten, I want to cover all this list of books, and these are the must-read books, like that we will read together, because he still doesn't know how to read that much. I will be helping him with this list. And then I have a second list, which is the ones that he'll be reading by himself once we get done with the first list. So he has both of these sides. And those are the books I want to cover for kindergarten. Then I have a worksheet for his weekly schedule for the week. I also had to make more copies, but pretty much I just write the name, subjects he's going to cover, etc. on Monday. Next one is my planning sheet for my character studies. So I will just use this sheet to write, you know, the book themes, the activities, the worksheets to use, the toys, extras, etc. Then I have the assignment sheets. So I have for writing, language arts. They're done by semesters and quarters. So spelling, reading, math, history, etc. And pretty much all these, I am just pretty much writing like the date, the week one, for example, I will write from when to when. And then whatever book I use is what I will write there. If we skip one day, then I'll just leave it empty or cross it out, which is what I do this year anyways. And then this folder is going to be for any certificates of completion of any activities he does, of any workbooks, because sometimes, you know, it brings a page in the back. So I'll just add those in here. Or, you know, if he goes bowling and finishes something there, then I will add that as well in there, because we have a bowling place that does kids activities. Maybe the library if they do something. So things like that I will be doing there. And then in the back, I just put this thing. In the back is where I will put my NOIs and my state forms, etc., and keep them safe back there. So anyways, that's what I have so far for my kindergartners type of school planner or record form, whatever you want to call this binder. I don't have a name for it yet. But anyways, that's what I have. I just wanted to share. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. Thanks.